Welcome to the Disagreeablenerd podcast, a podcast where nerds from various ages and backgrounds get together to discuss movies, TV, books, and anything else that pops into their small, simple minds. Now sit back, relax, and let their ignorance wash over you.
And welcome back to another episode of Disagreeablenerd. This is your titular host, Gabi. With me today is
Deej Meisterflex.
And unfortunately, no Bubble Guts. She's on vacation. Must be nice.
Yeah, we're just stuck here.
Just the two of us.
We'll probably make it.
You think we can make it without old Sade?
Yeah, I think we'll be all right.
Without someone to make awkward and uncomfortable comments, or most of my editing is because of her. Just saying.
I'll do my best to fill that gap. I don't think I'll quite make it.
Like if I didn't have to, if it wasn't for Sade, we could post this immediately. But when Sade's here, lots of editing. You know, she just says things that I don't know. I'm like, I got to take that out. Now I got to take that out.
I can try and say some
No,
off the wall.
I'd rather you didn't.
Okay.
It's okay.
But I say my off the wall might be too bad.
If I sound a little different, it's because I've been sick last week.
Allergies kicking our butts here in Texas.
My sinuses have been draining. I've been hacking, sneezing, coughing, all that good stuff. It's got me sounding like this.
And I'm going to try and hold back my coughs as much as possible.
Oh, I can take them out. It's okay. It's all right.
Okay, good. That takes a little pressure off me.
Let's see. So what's been going on besides me being sick? We've got these strange worms in our yard.
Yes, caterpillars.
Caterpillars, I guess you should call them. Apparently, did you know they turn into moths?
Well, caterpillars turn into butterflies. And so, yes, some caterpillars do turn into moths.
I guess I've never really thought about that. Some caterpillars become beautiful butterflies, and the rest are moths.
Yes.
That's like, what lottery did they lose that they become a moth?
Oh, yes, the terrible. Why does everybody hate moths so much?
They're the zombie butterfly. They're ugly.
They're attracted to light.
They're attracted to light. They irritate. They're usually pale, light, gross. They have no color.
Well, there's brown ones.
Ugh. And when you see a big moth, oh my God, they're the creepiest thing in the world. And they usually have like jagged wings. You never seen a big moth? I've seen some big moths, and they creep me out.
I realized your distaste for moths.
Because they have a heavy body. They can have a heavy torso, whereas a butterfly is dainty. A butterfly is just so dainty.
It's called a thorax.
Thorax? Is that what it's called?
Sure. I don't know, because maybe it's a different anatomy than the insect.
It's just the moth can be. I think the moth. Yeah, the butterflies remain. They may have big wings, but they're always dainty and pretty. Whereas the moth just gets ugh.
Yeah,
they have a heavy thorax.
A heavy thorax. I hate a heavy butterfly.
If there's nothing I hate worse, it's a heavy thorax. Anyway, so they've been taking over our yard, apparently, and they are disgusting, except we saw today, and I posted it on, I posted it on Board Game Snobs. There's a caterpillar killer that is a wasp of some sort, and that rascal walked that thing over to its hole in the ground, buried it in the hole, and someone posted that apparently they feed their young with a paralyzed. It's not even dead.
Yeah,
it's alive.
They plant their little eggs inside of them.
That is so dark.
They hatch and then eat their way out.
Oh my God! Is this aliens? What is this? It's disgusting.
It's made famous by that tarantula hawk because it'll come and kill a tarantula and lay its eggs inside of it.
Well, tarantulas deserve to die.
I don't know about that.
And they deserve to die.
They don't deserve to die any more than a moth.
Moths, they deserve to die too.
What is your hate for moths and tarantulas?
They're disgusting and gross and too many legs.
They're just bugs. They're just trying to live.
Oh, are you a moth lover now?
I'd rather flies die.
A mother lover?
I'd rather get rid of flies and mosquitoes than moths and tarantulas. Ain't no tarantula ever bothered me.
But if it did, you would remember it.
Yeah, but I mean,
Flies and mosquitoes over moths and tarantulas. If I could choose, if I could get rid of one forever.
one of the four.
Oh my God. Well, you know
Mosquitoes.
what? You're probably right, because in this area, we don't really have tarantulas.
Correct.
So Australia would just have to worry about that. We have mosquitoes.
They've got tarantulas around this area. It's like
I mean, I've seen a few of them.
Dallas, like the kind of the little
The city
suburbs,
tarantulas.
the suburbs of Dallas.
The suburban
West
tarantulas.
Texas. They were all over the place in West Texas.
Live in their white picket fence houses
Out in the desert. White picket fences.
with their 2.4 children,
Suburban tarantulas.
driving their Toyota Yaris's. Is it Yaris a Toyota?
No. Yeah. Yaris is Toyota, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Because mosquitoes in my own backyard destroy me.
Yes.
And
Anywhere in this
I don't
town.
generally worry about tarantulas
Anywhere in this area, really.
and moths for that fact, unless it's late at night.
The tri-state area. And flies are just annoying when they get in your house. Buzz
Oh
around.
my God, flies. We go from one. Okay, so a couple months ago it was flies. We were trying, every time we tried to cook burgers and stuff, there was dozens of flies everywhere. Now, freaking worms. It's just one plague after the other.
You'll never be able to sit in your backyard again.
I'm not. I've got the pool ready to go and I can't enjoy it. It's disgusting. Well, other than that, let's see. What have I been up to? Besides being sick and fighting off infestations. I watched Cowboys and Aliens again.
I watched it not too long ago.
It was
I don't think Char had seen it, so we watched it.
it was just as disappointing the second time.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it was a bad movie by any means. I kind of enjoyed it when I watched it in the theaters. The second time I watched it was kind of like, well,
Really?
this is a film. This is a film.
I did not like it at all. I expected so much, because it's like Cowboys and Aliens. That sounds freaking awesome. And then James Bond and Indiana Jones, freaking awesome. But everyone in this plays such a morose character. Like everybody's just so like nobody. There's the best character is probably Sam Rockwell or the guy that dies immediately, Clancy Brown.
Yeah.
Like it just. I went into it with an opener mind because the first time I watched it, I was like severely disappointed. Oh, it was after Iron Man too. So you're thinking Jon Favreau, he's got this. Severely disappointed. Cool gadgets, good special effects.
Olivia Wilde.
But
The kid from Avatar.
that's right.
What more could you need?
I forgot about him. And
Aang was in it.
so has everyone else since then. And I felt the same. I'm like, yeah, it still sucks. Walton Goggins, he's the best part.
Walter Goggins and Sam Rockwell.
Is it Walter or Walton? I think it's Walton.
Walton, right?
I think it's Walton.
Yeah,
like the
Walton.
Waltons. Walton and Sam, they carried the show. I mean, it's just James Bond is too busy being cool through the whole movie. He's got a few quirks that are fine, but other than that, it just, yeah. And Indiana Jones was mean the whole time. None of the characters were likable, and that was the problem for me.
Yeah. I kind of liked his character, Harrison Ford's.
And then the resolution in the end, Olivia Wilde dies. I mean, she blows up herself to, I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't like it.
Tell me how you really feel.
I didn't like it. Been watching The Flash. I'm almost done with it. And after this season, I think I'm done.
I thought you were done with it already.
I'm trying to make it through this season because how are they going to make another season without Cisco and Tom Cavanaugh? And now Iris wants to quit. It's going to suck. And why? Why? Stop. It's been 7 seasons. 7 seasons of him chasing another speedster and another speedster. And guess right now, guess who he's fighting?
A speedster?
A speedster. Godspeed. Several speedsters, actually.
Godspeed's in the show?
Godspeed.
Wow. Okay.
Good speed. Godspeed.
He's a fairly new character, so I didn't. I
It
guess
sucks.
they ran out of speedsters.
It's extremely cheesy. It's extremely cheesy. It's terrible.
Really? I don't believe it.
No,
Golly.
it's even worse. The first 3 seasons were solid. Not great, solid. Entertainment, enjoyable. Garbage now.
Cannot
It is
convince me
absolute
that show was
garbage.
solid.
Oh my God, it's garbage. Superman and Lois, we're still clicking along on that one kind of slowly, but it's
I
still
haven't
good.
watched past the first episode yet.
It's still good. I think I heard somewhere the reason I think that it is a little bit better is because that it is produced by HBO, whereas the other CW shows are by the CW.
Right.
And I think that's why to me, Superman and Lois looks different.
Oh, yeah. It's much higher quality.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm still enjoying it. I need to just sit down and just power through a bunch of episodes. Because when I watch them like once a month, it's like, oh, yeah, that was a good one. And then I forget about it. Because I literally can't tell you what this episode was about.
Right.
I finished, I don't remember if I talked about this, but up until now, I've mentioned Avatar Last Airbender. Absolutely incredible. And if you have not watched this, yes, it's a cartoon. It's anime inspired. And I don't know, did it originally air on Nickelodeon?
Yeah. It's a Nickelodeon show.
I mean, it's for children, but it doesn't talk down to children. And it makes, like, it's a smart show. It's got humor. It's got themes in it about violence and dealing with loss and all this type of stuff that are incredibly not mature content, but just
Mature themes.
mature themes like that. Children, it's not a
Thematic
Bugs
elements.
Bunny. Yes, it's really good. My God, it's good. It's exceptional. In the last episode, I was wondering how is it going to end? How is he going to be able to do this? And he did it, and I was like super impressed and. It was just absolutely excellent. And now they're doing a live action on Netflix. I'm super looking forward to it. I hope they don't blow it. I'm sure they will, but I hope they don't.
Yeah. You're going to be let down.
I'm going to be let down at some point. I've been listening to Hail Mary, the guy that wrote
Hail Mary.
Andy Weir, the guy that wrote The Martian.
I never read The Martian.
It's really good. One of my favorite books.
I always hear it.
Highly entertaining.
Seen the movie.
The movie was good too.
Yeah.
But this is his 3rd book. I heard the second one wasn't great, but this is his 3rd book. It's very entertaining. I'm over halfway through it. My only concern is he puts in a super smart dude. I don't know if this dude's like a NASA scientist or what. He's an astronaut or something. He's very smart, whoever the author is. He puts in all this science. I'm like, okay, whatever. I glaze over and just, power through it to get to the rest of the story. But it is very humorous. Like, he makes his main character always kind of snarky and got, quips and stuff. But the main character feels a lot like the main character in The Martian. And of course, they're all first person POV.
Right.
So I'm wondering if, can he do another type of character?
Or is he writing himself?
Is this him? Is this Andy? Andy, is this you? You're funny. I like you. But the character is very similar to the character from The Martian. So other than that, though, which I love The Martian, so this one's good too, but kind of a rehash of the same style of character. So
Right.
I'm kind of looking for something a little bit different.
Some authors do that. They just kind of go formulaic.
But that's it for my why butts. Other than being sick and about to lose my voice.
Right. My allergies been killing me lately, but not as bad as you yet. Hopefully they don't get so bad. I have been playing a lot of Xbox with my sister and brother-in-law and my wife. A game just came out called Psychonauts 2, sequel to Psychonauts from 2005. Yes, it's a little platforming.
Didn't see that coming.
It's a platforming. Well, I've been playing it as a single player game. Game from 2005 that I did not play until 2013.
What is Psychonauts?
Basically, you play a kid who joins or sneaks into a summer camp for psychics. but not psychics in the usual way you would think about it. They're like superheroes, pretty much. And so,
Or ropes, as in knots.
yeah. So they
Or
they
is it
have
nautical?
they all have different powers. Not like different powers, but I mean, you can learn anything really. So they have like telekinesis. They can obviously read people's minds. They can't like see the future or like talk to the dead. It's not like, that kind of psychic. They can set stuff on fire.
They're X-Men.
Yeah, pretty much. They're all X-Men. And so you sneak in here, and it's just basically a big adventure, mystery, platformer.
So why are they psycho? That makes me think they're crazy.
Like mental. Psychonauts.
But they're not crazy?
No. I mean, actually, they are pretty crazy. It's have you ever heard of Tim Schafer?
No.
Okay. Well, he's the writer of the games, director, I guess you could say. But he's got a very stylistic approach to these games, and it's a very there's a lot of jokes. It's like always just constantly jokes. It's funny. Double Fine
Busting
entertainment.
chops and cracking wise.
Right, just a bunch of it's a fun game. You get to go into people's minds and like fix their mental problems. So like you'll come across emotional baggage, which is literally like a suitcase
That cries all the time.
Yeah. There's suitcases, purses. You'll come across figments of their imagination. This new game's added a whole bunch of stuff like burdens and worries and all these things. It's just fun.
Is it third? You say is it third person?
It's third person. Yeah, it's a platformer.
I like third person.
So you go into these people's minds with literally like a little door. He like throws on the back of their head, and then he like mentally goes.
Oh,
into
that's like lock and key.
Yeah, it's fun. You go in there and you obviously
What
these
does
people.
platformer mean?
It's like you're jumping from platform to platform.
And so literal platforms like
Yeah, like Mario would be a platform.
like Metroid.
Yeah.
Huh? I didn't realize that.
Right. So I've been playing.
I mean, I
that.
kind of figured that, but
Right. I started Ragnarok.
oh yeah,
Yes, I am 2 episodes in, and so far I am thoroughly enjoying it. It kind of reminds me of Dark,
yeah.
and it's kind of darkness.
Because it's there's a whole atmospheric theme of Katla, Dark, and Ragnarok.
Right.
They're all set in very cloudy nations.
I love Norway. I love Norway so much.
Norway, Germany, Iceland. Yeah.
Yes, and so the whole Nordic theme.
Don't go there if you battle depression.
Right.
Because it's very.
But it's also very beautiful.
And that's the thing. It's like
not all cloudy.
It's absolutely gorgeous. There's mountains and scenery that I would die for, but while you're looking at it, it's raining.
Not
and
always.
foggy.
Not always.
There is some sunshine. That's true.
But yes, I love the whole Norse mythology thing. It always gets me, and so far it's got me. First episode I watched, I was like, "Yep, I'm in. I'm down."
It's a slow burn, but
It is slow,
but
but I don't mind slow.
Like I said, I don't mind it because, with most shows, it's like, oh, yeah, let's top this. Let's top that. Let's top there. You get lost, which just brings up all this mumbo jumbo just to make it interesting, and then they never answer anything.
Right.
But this one is like, you're going to love the ending of season 1, and you're going to love the ending of season 2. And then in between, it's just all story and character building. It's good stuff.
I'm looking forward to finishing the show. I've also watched Superman and Lois, as I mentioned previously. Only the first episode.
Have you made it past that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was about to say I
just letting it simmer.
I liked the first episode, but I haven't liked it enough to go back to it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe when Char's not home, because it's just not enjoyable to watch when she is.
What does that mean?
She mostly sits on the couch next to me and commentates on how
stupid
the show is.
How dare she?
Most stuff we watch. We watch Archer together, which just came back with another season. Watch the first episode of that. We watch.
She's more of a comedy person.
Yeah. We watch Rick and Morty together.
Got you. I'm sensing a pattern here.
We're waiting on the season finale or finales. I don't know. They're taking a break for something on Rick and Morty. But yeah, she likes that kind of show, which is kind of weird for
What
me.
about South Park?
I've never watched South Park I've seen episodes here and there throughout the years.
That's where I am. It's like still on air. It's like still one of the most popular things.
People love it. I haven't been able to get into it.
Me neither.
Maybe I needed to give it a shot, but at this point, it's been on too long. I don't think I could get into it now. That's probably pretty much it. That, working as usual, drinking beer, various flavored beers.
Living life. The rat race.
Oh, the rat race. It never ends.
Dulling the pain with the beer.
Yes, as much as I can.
I meant to mention The Flash. The last one I watched was called, frack. Anyway, it's one of the ones with Godspeed. But it had Diggle shows up from the Arrowverse.
Right.
And it cracks me up the way these CW shows, they're so over. I don't know if it's overly dramatic or melodramatic.
Yes. Both.
Isn't melodramatic like more subdued? What is melodramatic?
I don't know. Let's look it up.
Well,
you talk.
Because it cracks me up because like Diggle says something. He's got this device, and they're like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've got this device, and it's going to save your city." And they're like, "All right." But then like he gets this headache, and he's holding his head. Oh, something's happening to him. And they're like, "Are you okay?" And he just like, so clearly, like this headache nearly knocks him to his knees. And so everybody's like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "Are you okay?" And of course, in typical CW fashion, "Yeah, I'm fine." And it's like,
and then they just go on.
But
whereas that wouldn't happen in real life.
The OCW, yeah, I'm like, what is with this style of, yeah, and it's just the close up of the face, and it's just this drummed up drama, and I don't know
if it's melodrama because it's a sensational, dramatic piece with exaggerated characters.
Okay,
and exciting events intended to appeal to the emotions.
So I guess it is melodrama. That is every show on the CW is melodrama.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. Well, if that's all we've been up to, I guess we'll go to the news. Alrighty. Well, you got anything?
For news? No, I figured I'd just commentating on yours.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see here. The first thing I have is Brendan Fraser boards Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon and legendary comedy Brothers. I don't know what that means. Brendan Fraser boards. So is that two different things? I should have looked at this further. But anyway, Brendan Fraser's getting work. And everybody's happy because everybody likes Brendan Fraser.
Right.
Where's he been? Doom Patrol. Is that it?
Have you watched Doom Patrol?
No, I didn't even realize. I'm like, okay, I've heard he's on Doom Patrol, but he's like the robot.
Yeah, I put it in my list to watch on HBO Max, like when I got HBO Max, and I have yet to watch an episode.
It doesn't interest me at all.
Right.
But I hear it's good. But it's one of those shows. They're all DC characters, right?
Yeah.
I just don't care. I don't care. If it's not some of the main men, I don't care. But
I mean, it's Cyborg.
Iron Man did that for. Oh my God.
I thought you liked that.
I have no idea. Yeah. But I mean, apparently Brendan Fraser's been in Doom Patrol. But I mean, he made all these great movies in the early 90s. Not early 90s. Mid to late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
And then just, bam, gone. And apparently he went through some stuff and just had a hard time. And then now he's back and making stuff and everybody's happy. The Fraser Sons.
The Fraser Sons, yes, of course.
Also, speaking of part twos, which you were Psychonauts, Cruella 2. Anybody?
The first one was good. Mostly.
I mean, isn't it just 101 and Dalmatians next?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
I mean, why did
she already gave them the dogs?
And
but I guess they're still puppies, so technically there could be a couple years between, right? Even though, how did she give them those dogs as puppies? And then in 101 Dalmatians, she's like an old woman.
Well, they're rewriting history, I'm sure.
Apparently.
I mean, I enjoyed Cruella. Fine. I'm sure Cruella too. If they figure out the story, it'll be fine too. But I don't want to see her become evil. Like, I liked her the way they did her, where she kind of like just had this edge to her.
Right.
But if she just straight up becomes evil, which she is in 101 Dalmatians, she's evil.
Right.
Her name was Cruella, the devil.
She starts
cruel devil.
trying to make coats out of Dalmatians.
Yes, and I don't know if they tried to, what they call that, like retroactively, retcon.
Oh,
They're trying to retcon the fact that she doesn't actually do that. It's such like pretend. So you're going to do away with the canon of the 101 Dalmatians that's been around for a long time? I don't know.
Apparently they have to, right?
Does she just lose it and actually start killing dogs? I don't see that happening.
It's a Disney movie. It's like Maleficent. They're not going to make her totally bad.
So then, yeah, it's going to be like, oh, you just think she's been killing dogs this whole time from the cartoons. She's not. She's actually just misunderstood.
Yeah, I could go without Cruella 2. I could have done without Cruella 1, but it was decent.
No one asked for it. Ironheart, you know who that is?
Yes. Riri, is it Williams?
Riri Williams.
Yes.
Dominique Thorne from If Bill Street Could Talk. Haven't seen it. She'll be bringing the character Riri Williams. That's not the easiest name to say.
Riri
Makes
Williams?
me think of Rihanna. Riri.
Anytime I can think of Rihanna, I'm okay.
To life in the upcoming Disney Plus series Ironheart. Not only that, she'll be making, this is off a Nerdbot, she'll be making her first appearance in the upcoming Black Panther sequel, Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever.
How are you going to make a Black Panther sequel? I'm so curious as to how they're going to approach this, because I'm curious. Are they going to kill off his character? Are they going to just have someone else be the new Black? What are they going to do?
We don't know.
We don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
Guess we'll find out in Wakanda Forever. Cat 4 official Anthony Mackie.
Man.
Yeah. I mean, if Falcon and Winter Soldier had been a little bit more interesting, I'd probably be. First of all, Winter Soldier, is he going to be in it? We don't know.
I'm sure.
If he's in it, okay, I'm a little bit more interested. Just the Anthony Mackie Falcon character to me is just kind of boring.
Right.
Not kind of, super boring.
Well, here's the thing. I like Captain America, but I don't like Captain America enough to be invested in a second Captain America. You know what I mean?
I loved Chris Evans as Captain America.
I did too.
The first one was boring. I didn't like that one.
Right.
But the character he progressed and became in all the movies, yes, absolutely credible.
Well, that's the problem. The first one was boring, but the rest of them, he was all with these other Marvel characters.
Yeah, that's true.
He's better as an ensemble.
That's true. He is kind of just a straight arrow.
Yeah,
he's a square.
He's like what they need to do with the Hulk, where they're just putting him in movies with other people.
God, please, no more Hulk movies
Right.
alone. I mean, again, I'll watch it because that's what I do. But I just don't care about. I think I'm kind of hitting a point. I don't get excited about any of these movies anymore. Like I don't know. Like the Spider-Man 4.
You're MCU'd out.
The Spider-Man trailer came out, and I just didn't care.
I did.
I mean, I'll watch it.
I'm excited for it.
I'll probably enjoy it, but I just don't care. What are you looking forward to?
All the mixed matching of characters from movies that I've loved so much.
I mean, so they're striving back for nostalgia now to make him.
What's the multiverse? It's cool to see things. I mean, like you think about the comics all these past years where they keep throwing all these characters from different Earths and universes and all this stuff in. It's going to be interesting to see that.
It will.
It's like Miles Morales. You know, they got rid of the whole Ultimate Universe, but they kept Miles Morales. He's made it over to Earth. What is it, 616?
Is it really? I didn't know they got rid of the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, the Ultimate Universe died.
What happened to it?
I don't remember, but it just the whole thing's gone. Because the Peter Parker of that universe died.
It didn't make the snap.
He just
Was
died.
that in the Spider-Verse?
Green Goblin killed him. No.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so he died. I mean...
Oh, well.
Yeah.
See, okay. Now, since we're talking about it, I don't like Multiverse. I don't like... It's such a... I know why they do it, because it enables them to have all these different stories that just branch off and these what-ifs that we're getting now. I want the Prime. Give me the Prime, the main canon. That's all I care about. All these characters.
But they've given you the Prime canon for 13 years.
And then it just becomes, oh, wait, we can't do this and this and that because of this. Okay, multi-universe fixed. It's an easy fix to everything.
I like
confusing.
I like to look at it as like it's cool. Like I get to see.
That's one reason I never read all the comics, because I could not keep up.
I was about to say there's more than one reason. There's just too many of them.
I can't keep up with all the storylines. And Superman, he's got 5 different comics going at the same time.
Yeah, it's too many.
I'm not a fan of the multiverse. It's cool, but then trying to figure it all out is a pain in the butt. And then to make it make sense, it's just an easy writing. They've written themselves into a corner. So multiverse fixed. They can basically bring back Iron Man now, because he didn't die in this universe. So here he's going to zoom over to the Prime universe and he's back. I mean, that's their fix for everything.
Right. But it's cool to see that. Even if he did come back, anybody that came back wouldn't be the same person. So it kind of gives you a chance to see that character as weird. A different personality.
So in this universe, why does the Peter Parker look like Tobey Maguire and not like Tom Holland?
Right.
But he's Peter Parker. Are the genetics different? I don't understand. I'm confused.
It's just the total randomness of the universe. It's like, okay. What if one of the characters was a female or a male, an opposite of it? It's just like it could have happened if their chromosomes got just reversed in birth or conception, whatever you want to call it, and then they came out and were named something similar to Otto, Octavia.
And that's Otto.
Yeah, it's just interesting to see all that stuff.
So now we're going to de-age Otto. I mean, it doesn't look good.
It didn't look bad.
I mean, Doc Ock was great, but let it go. He's gone.
Spider-Man 2 is my favorite Spider-Man movie ever.
It was great. Okay. It's over. Make a new story.
So it's cool to see him.
So we're going to rehash?
I'm not going to rehash.
They are rehashing.
They're not rehashing. It's the same character. Don't mean it's the same story.
All right. Fine. Whatever. Cowboy Bebop.
It's not for everybody.
Live action.
Obviously, cops. I've never watched
Cowboy Bebop.
I've never watched Cowboy Bebop.
I've watched the first 2 episodes.
I've heard it was good.
It's interesting, but like you with Superman, I haven't gone back. So
there's not many animes that I've been invested in.
It's very stylistic. It's very 90s. I liked it. I need to, like a lot of things, I just need to go back and make myself watch the first. And there's only 20 something episodes of it or something. It's very little, but I'm very interested in the live action series. Looks good.
I like Mr. Cho. He's good.
Yeah. All right. Well, for my last piece of news here that I've got, I just have the worldwide box office as of, what is today? Friday, August 28th, 2021. So we have the weekend to get through.
Saturday.
Oh, it's Saturday. That's right. Saturday, August 28th. So, has anything come out? Something was released. Oh, the comedy Vacation Friends with John Cena, but I think it's on Hulu. I guess Free Guy is still just the biggest thing going right now. Free Guy. First of all, the #1 movie in the world is, I think it's called Hi Mom. It's from China. 822 million worldwide, and I believe it is a China-based film.
China-based, produced, takes place in Chinese actors.
I believe so. Not 100% sure, but I believe so.
And what's it about?
I have no idea. Never heard of it. Literally never heard of it. But it's at almost $1 billion.
You sold me.
For,
I'm definitely going to watch it.
I don't even, I've never heard of it. Number 2, though, F9, baby.
You know, it's number 1 because China's got the biggest population.
696 million, which is pretty good. I can't find a budget for Fast and Furious 9. I'm sure it's around 200 or 300 million. So they're doing pretty good. It's
Made
always
about
good
half
to
back.
It's always good to double or triple your
half as much back.
yeah. Detective Chinatown 3 is third, 686 million. Number 4 this is for the year 2021. Godzilla vs. Kong.
Really?
Which surprises me because I figured just everybody watch it on HBO. Like, how do they calculate that? How do they calculate that? I don't understand.
You mean, do they put in
is it just people that subscribe to HBO or people that subscribe to HBO when that came out? I don't know.
I don't either.
Black Widow, 5th, 370. A Quiet Place 2, 296, which I think the budget for Quiet Place 2 is still pretty low.
It should be.
On this, that's why I used to love Box Office Mojo, but ever since they went to IMDb, it's garbage. I can't find anything. Like, you used to could just click on it and it would show you the budget and everything for it. Yeah, it's not on here. I think it was like in the 60s. It was fairly cheap to make.
Right. I mean, there wasn't a terrible amount of special effects.
So it's doing pretty good.
And it was a very small...
There will be a 3.
Of course. Didn't get a 2, but we're getting a 3.
I love Box Office. I used to look at Box Office Mojo. Like, that's one of my weird things. I looked at the box office all the time. What did this movie make every freaking weekend? Because I compare the budget to what it made. It's just one of these weird things I like to do.
Just something you do.
Something I like to do. Was this a hit? I remember because when Sahara come out, I was really invested in Sahara because of Matthew McConaughey. And it was I loved Clive Cussler. I loved the Dirk Pitt novels. Really wanted that movie to be a hit. It was not. It did fair. I think it may have broke even, but it was not a hit. But I've been obsessed with Box Office Mojo forever. They sold out to IMDb, and it sucked ever since then. Oh my God, I hate it. If there's a better site, let me know, because I don't know. I listen to this show called Showbiz Sandbox, and they do this very thing. They go through and talk about what every movie's made, and they have all these sites and aggregators. I need to listen to them and see what site they use, because they use like 2 or 3 different sites for their numbers. But anyway, my point was I was going to go down here. Number 17 is Free Guy. And you would think Free Guy is this mega hit, and that movie couldn't have been cheap to make.
No.
I'd say at least 200 million. And it's only made 135 worldwide so far. But they're already...
How long has it been out?
3 weeks?
It's been out 3 weeks?
2 or 3.
Really? I did not know that.
Was it last weekend?
I never know when
Maybe
stuff comes out anymore.
Weekend. Yeah, I don't either. Since the pandemic's got us all messed up, we don't know what's what.
Because it used to be I look forward to going to the movies and watch it, but now I have no idea.
Release date August 13th, so 2 weeks.
Wow. And it hasn't made back its budget yet?
It has not made back.
More than likely.
Yeah, I guarantee that movie's at least 200 million.
I'm sure it's all special effects.
So, right below it, Tom and Jerry. So, yeah.
Wow, beating Tom and Jerry out, so that's good. That's good for the Free Guy.
Space Jam 149. Again, probably hasn't made its money back either.
Probably never will.
I need to find another website because it's driving me insane. But anyway, so let's get to our main topic.
Which is?
What If, episode 3.
Oh, I have no idea what our topic was.
That's because we haven't been able to watch anything other than we've been keeping up with What If, fortunately.
What If?
The What If series thus far, what do you think?
Thus far, not impressed. I couldn't say I'm not disappointed because I wasn't interested in it to begin with.
You were not?
I was not.
Me neither.
It's animated, which is fine, but I don't care for the animation style.
I do not like the animation style. I feel like that's really one of the main things that's throwing me off.
Yeah, and a lot of the voice work also seems subpar to.
Even when they have the real people, it's like they're barely bothering.
Right. So, like, we'll go into this instance of episode. Let's do episode 2 about Black Panther.
Right.
If he was Star-Lord. Nebula. Was that?
Yes. Karen Gillan?
Yes.
Yes.
It sounded like her, but the voice acting sounded off. Like like everybody in this series so far is their voice line delivery or their line delivery doesn't seem like they've ever done voice acting before.
The biggest one to me would be in this episode 3, where all the Avengers that Fury's trying to recruit are dying.
Uh-huh.
No, wait, my bad. I'm wrong. Two. The Collector, Benicio del Toro, that was
awful.
him.
Was it?
That was him.
That was awful. It didn't sound like him at all.
It sounded nothing like him.
No, I thought that was a different actor.
No, it was him. Because that's what I do. After every one of these air, I watch the credits. I'm like, was that them? So like in this one.
So that sounded like he forgot what his character sounded like.
Yes.
I mean, he just went with something else.
And this one, they do have a replace. Lake Bell does ScarJo, which is fine. Lake Bell does good voice work. She does.
I didn't know Lake Bell did voice work.
She does Poison Ivy in the Harley Quinn HBO animated series.
Oh.
She does very good. I didn't have a problem with that. I have more of a problem with the people that are supposed to be doing their own voices.
Did Samuel L. Jackson do it?
Yes.
He wasn't bad. I didn't mind him.
He sounded
like Sam. Because, I mean, you can't go wrong with Sam.
But, yeah, there was...
He doesn't really change his voice for a role.
Robert De Niro wasn't in this. Robert De Niro. I say that every time. Robert
I was
Downey
like, when
Jr.
was he?
Robert Downey Jr. was not in this one.
Right. What's his name? Was it Ant-Man?
Paul Rudd. Was he in this one?
No.
Oh, Michael Douglas?
Yes, was that Michael Douglas?
No, it was not.
He kind of sounded like Michael Douglas.
No, I looked at that one. I figured there ain't no way they're getting Michael Douglas.
Whoever did the voice work for him did decent. It wasn't great, but it was decent.
Clark Gregg was Agent Coulson.
Yeah, I could tell that one.
Frank Grillo was in there. Jeremy Renner was in there. What else is he?
Frank Grillo, I would have had no idea.
Mark Ruffalo was Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston, of course. I figured that'd be him because he's all over now. I'm looking for... It just says additional voices. That does not help.
I don't think they got Liv Tyler.
You know what? I am wrong. Michael Douglas was Hank Pym.
Okay, because it sounded like him.
Huh. Okay. Well, I'm impressed they got him. So that's my thing. I was like, do they just don't, it doesn't go with their scheduling or what? Right. But yeah, a lot of the voice acting is terrible because it doesn't even, I will say, like, even Chadwick Boseman, I was like, is that Chadwick Boseman?
I was thinking the same thing. Like, I didn't know it was him until I knew it was him.
Is that somebody
said something?
Is that somebody doing an impression of Chadwick Boseman?
R.I.P.
I'm
You know what? I think I'd be happier with the show overall if the animation, if the characters actually looked like the people they're supposed to be looking like.
Yeah.
Like Scarlett Johansson or Black Widow, it didn't look anything like Scarlett Johansson. I mean, a lot of the characters don't look like themselves, which is throwing me off.
So in this one, it's called What If the World Lost Its Mightiest Heroes? So if Fury's trying to recruit Iron Man, the Hulk.
Yes, this is pre-Avengers.
Yeah, ScarJo, whoever else. But they all keep dying. Iron Man dies. The Hulk dies. ScarJo dies.
You know what? I was kind of confused.
Spoiler alert.
Wasn't Iron Man sitting in the donut in Iron Man 3? No, it had to be 2. It was 2.
Don't give me a line. It's been too long since I've watched those movies.
I thought he was sitting in the donut post Avengers though. That's why I was confused.
Oh, I don't know. I remember him sitting in the donut, could not tell you when.
I'm pretty sure it was 2, and I'm pretty sure it was after Avengers, which is what was confusing me because it was supposed to be before Avengers took place. I don't know. Anyway, maybe I'm wrong. Please tell me on Facebook if I am.
It says this story was inspired by Fury's Big Week, a limited series comic book published in 2012 that served as a tie-in to Phase 1 of the MCU. It explained the events of Iron Man 2, the Hulk and Thor. That's right. Thor dies too.
No, yeah, because it is. No, is it 3 where he's having all his PTSD stuff?
Yes, because that boy.
So Iron Man 2 takes place before Avengers.
God, don't give me a lie.
It would have to be because
I don't know.
It would have to be because he has PTSD after the Avengers.
Yes, because Iron Man 2 was 2010 and Thor was 2011. So the first Avengers was probably what, 2012?
It was 2012, yeah. Okay. So this was... That still doesn't make sense, right?
I don't know.
Because he was in the donut after his PTSD.
So you worried about the donut?
It's just confusing me. The timelines are confusing me.
I don't know. I don't like this show. Because it's non-canonical.
Canonical.
Non-canonical.
Non-canonical.
I'm not big on this. I'm confused. Are we supposed to care about these stories? Are these going to matter? Or
It's
is it
purely-
just saying,
it's purely entertainment.
What if this happened? Okay, I don't like getting invested in something that doesn't matter.
It's just like the comics. They had their what if runs.
I know.
They're
And
just
I
one-offs.
I would never read those.
It's just one-offs.
I don't like one-offs. Give me something that's going to matter.
So far, I don't care.
I don't care. I enjoyed the second one. That's because it was funny, and I like funny, and some people hated that one because it was too stupid with the jokes, and Thanos was just talked out of not killing everybody. But I thought that was kind of humorous and weird.
Right.
Listen, the Avengers are all dying because Ant-Man's butt hurt about something.
Right.
Oh, I guess...
You're telling me Ant-Man can kill all of the Avengers?
Yeah, how did he kill Hulk? I didn't quite get that one. Hulk blew up to extraordinary size.
He put something in his heart.
Okay.
Whenever he was shot,
That's right.
he injected something into him.
Yeah, I don't like this show.
Right. Yeah, it's just.
But I'm going to keep watching
and
it.
he was an old man.
Who?
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, yes.
Michael Douglas.
He was old Michael Douglas.
Old Michael Douglas killed all the Avengers?
And Ant-Man ain't that... Ant-Man, he's like uber powerful. Ant-Man can kill all the Avengers? I don't think so.
Civil War did not prove that point.
I don't care. But I'm going to keep watching it because that's all I've got.
That's all we've got.
What's the next big thing we can watch on TV?
On TV?
Yeah, that's going to air. Like the next big series that we can look forward to.
Like Marvel-wise?
Who was it? Was that Trevor that asked, what are we looking forward to? Stranger Things?
Yeah, we said all those last episode.
So, but I mean, what is on the calendar? I wonder what's next that we can watch. Because right now it's like...
I forgot what's
I'm
next.
like, I got the finale, 2 episodes of The Flash left. I've got pretty much all of Superman to watch, but it's a little boring if I'm being honest, but I like the show. I've watched all the stuff on Netflix. Like, I don't have a show to watch right now, and I need a show, and What If ain't it?
No, it's not it. It's not fulfilling what we were needing right now. It's just kind of like a placeholder that's...
Maybe I'll get into Doom Patrol. I guess that'll be it.
I don't think we'll get into Doom Patrol.
If... there's been a few suggestions. If there's a show that you suggest for me to watch, Avatar. I'm done with Avatar. And I asked about Legend of Korra, and they're like, some people are like, yeah, it's great, and then some people are like, no, don't expect it to be the next Avatar because it's not.
I don't think it's not as good as Avatar.
So I'm out. I don't have. My life has no meaning now. I have nothing to live for.
Your life is a joke.
Except for friends and family. I guess that's it.
You always got family.
That's right. I'm Fast 10. That's the next thing I'm looking forward to.
Fast 10. When's that coming out? 2023?
I don't know. They need to hurry up and get on it, though.
Do they?
Yes.
I'd say take an extended hiatus. Indefinite.
No. My voice is about gone.
It was about gone before we started.
I know. All right. Well, next time. Wow, it's really gone. Sade, we miss you. Come back. She'll be back next time. Until next time, though, I'll feel better, hopefully, and have my voice. I'm Gabi.
And I'm Deej.
Bye-bye.